Good morning, 8th grade students. Today during advisory, we're going to be using the Indiana Career Explorer. Most of you have already created an account with Mr. Chicky in Mr. Hall's class. So what I'm going to have you do is go on your iPad to indianacareerexplorer.org. If you did not create an account already, you're going to have to register. So you'll click on New User Register here, Student, 8th grade, and then you'll fill out this information. The stuff that's starred is required. The stuff that's not starred is not required. So you need to use your email address. So it's like your.name@rensselaerschools.org. But you don't have to put your cell phone. So do use your Rensselaer Schools email address. You don't need your student ID. Your graduation year is 2018. When you create your username, I would suggest doing your first name, last name. You cannot have dots in between, and when you go in here, you'll type Rensselaer Middle School and you'll get into that. But for the rest of you who have already created an account, we're going to go into the system and I'm going to show you what we're going to do today. This system is really an awesome online tool that's available to everybody that lives in the state of Indiana. And I found it recently and I'm very, very excited for you guys to be using this. This is something that you will use throughout high school to keep track of your interests, to look and explore jobs. And it's a very, very unique thing that is not available in a lot of other states. So this is when you log in, this is probably what it's going to look like. You might have another assessment that's available. What you're going to do is you're going to click on Learn About Myself. And what we're going to do today is I want you to take My Skills first. It says it should take about 7 minutes. And then if you're done with that, you can also take My Interests, or you can do that on your own sometime, maybe in zone class when you already have all your homework done on a homework day. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on My Skills. Select the highest level of education you expect to achieve. That's just kind of where you are right now in your planning. It should say 8th grade, and you're going to start the assessment. So this is what the instructions look like. Let's go through them together. You're supposed to indicate your current level of confidence for the following tasks. Fill in your answer by clicking your mouse with the box that best represents your response. Once you complete all items, click Next to proceed to the next question. You're going to choose on the gridded response which fits best. So, have you done the task well? Have you done it, but you could improve? You haven't done it, but you feel like you could easily learn how to do it? You haven't done the task, but you could learn it with some effort? And you haven't done the task, and it would be very hard for you to learn. Everybody's answers are going to be a little bit different, so let's take a look at what it's going to look like. Select the most appropriate virus protection software. Let's say I could easily learn that. Build a doghouse. Not really. Okay, and this is what you're going to do. You're just going to go through and pick an answer for each one and click Next when you're done. And when you are done, it's going to give you assessment results. So here's a skills confidence assessment that I took a little while ago. Let's take a look at the results so that you can see what they look like. When you look at your skill results, it's going to show you career pathways and careers that it thinks fit with your responses. So for some reason, based on my response, it says governance. What is that? Working in a public office to help management of a country, state, or a city. All right. And that's part of the government and public administration cluster. So if I click on this, this is going to give me lots of different clusters, which means different groups of jobs that would fit with this. And I can explore careers related to this field. Let's say governance, something I'm interested in. Occupations, probably need, this is the program of study actually. I'm going to need high school completion and up to 2 years of beyond 4 years degree or advanced degree. Here's jobs I can get if I get an advanced degree. How about, let's just say I do a 4-year degree. Okay. This is green economy, which means that it thinks that the occupation may change, okay? And then I can look at these different occupations that come up. So if I'm interested in any of these, no results to display, okay? And then you go back and you can look at the second one, administrative support. Manage schools, daycare centers, colleges, businesses, and community organizations. So it's good to know that my interests seem to fit pretty well with my job and parts of my job as a school counselor, including professional support services in school settings to help students with personal, physical, and educational problems. That's awesome. That lets me know that my belief in my skills matches other people that are in my field. Okay? Now, if you get done with this and you still have time, go back to learn about myself and take my interests. Okay? And that's another assessment where you're going to look at, different tasks that you might be interested in. And ultimately, what you want to do, guys, is you want to compare your interests and your skills and find the overlap. And that's how you can find a job that you will both be interested in, that will be challenging for you but not too hard. That is what they call the sweet spot of the job. So let's look. Here's a career interests assessment that I looked at. We just looked at the confidence assessment. This is what the report's going to look like. Here's some other areas that it thinks that may fit with me, and again I can click on this type of teaching and training as a career cluster, and you can click over here. Once you're done, there's a one-page summary report that you can look at that will compare. In this you can look and your skills assessment and your interest assessment and look at them next to each other. And this is going to give you lots of different ideas. This is really good for people. I know a lot of you are at the place where you're like, I don't really know what I want to do yet. This is perfect for you, okay? So basically this is what we're doing today in advisory. Log in, take your assessments, look at your stuff. If you get done with your assessments, you can just click through and explore the results of your assessments and the career clusters that come up. And you will be talking to me a little bit more about Indiana Career Explorer. I'm going to be meeting with all the 8th graders individually and in groups, so look forward to that in the future. Thanks, guys.